St. Louis's biggest music festival canceled just days before the event. Why organizers say it had to be done and what you should do with those tickets that you've already bought. Plus, Tropical Storm Gordon makes landfall and its weather patterns are impacting the entire country.
Yep, including right here at home. I'm tracking a cold front, Gordon, plus some rain headed our way using our Futurecast.
And a unique reason to pick up trash on the side of the road. Why a family chooses to grieve a loss by keeping your streets cleaner.
Today in St. Louis, the fastest growing morning show.
It's 4 o'clock. Good morning, Wednesday, September 5th. I'm Jen Sullivan.
And I'm Chester Lampkin. Thanks for choosing us this morning here on a Wednesday. About halfway through the week. It's a short week.
Some wild images coming out of Alabama and Mississippi as Gordon makes landfall. And that storm system is actually going to be impacting us here, Chester?
There's a very good chance that we're going to get some heavy rains associated with that and tropical moisture, and in combination with a cold front that's moving in. So there's a cold front moving in from the northwest. Normally that's not that big of a deal for us in Missouri and Illinois. But with Gordon's moisture moving in our direction, it's going to be a 1-2 punch, if you will, Jen. So,
a lot of active things happening in the weather department with those two systems, it sounds like.
Right, and the weekend is going to be a bit of a soaker for your outdoor plans, especially to start the weekend. By the end of the weekend, the heaviest rain will move away. I'm going to show you that forecast in just a few minutes using our Futurecast, and we'll break it all down hour by hour. Let's get to the temperature right now. It's a very, very warm 77. Hard to believe. I had to check the calendar to make sure it was, in fact, September. Light southwesterly breezes out there. Dew point is muggy up near 70, but we are rain and cloud free for the most part in Missouri and Illinois. To the west, some showers out there. We may get a stray thunderstorm this afternoon into St. Louis Metro, but if you're watching us from the west out towards Montgomery City and Owensville, you have a better chance to pick up rain. I'll break it all down again using our Futurecast. We'll also look ahead to the heavy rain for the upcoming weekend. Jen, back to you.
Thanks, Chester. Breaking overnight, Lou Fest is officially canceled this year. Check out what officials had to say that you posted on Instagram while you were sleeping. Organizers say that it just became too much of a financial burden to put on this year. Plus, the weather isn't expected to cooperate, as Chester just mentioned. Lou Fest is the biggest music festival with more than 40 acts expected to play this year. It would have all kicked off this weekend. If you already have tickets, you can get a full refund. Coming up at 5 o'clock, our Abby Larico is live with the very latest details on this shocking story. Also breaking overnight, a police chase in Ferguson ends with a cop car T-boned in the middle of the road. This happened around midnight at West Florissant in Chambers. Our crew saw a man being put in a police car on the scene, but we haven't gotten any information as to what started the police chase or what that man may be charged with. We'll bring you more information as it becomes available. Around 30 hot handguns are on the streets right now. A crook, maybe crooks, ravaged a family business. It's been there for years, and these thieves were definitively desperate for firepower. 5 on Your Side's Casey Nolan visited the store and has the very latest.
The showroom is massive, but the service personal.
My husband's been coming here since he was 13.
And for Joey Dennis, it's like home.
We call it Denny Dennis because Denny was my grandpa and Dennis is my father.
Been in the family a long time then?
61 years.
Anything like this ever happened before?
Absolutely not.
Tuesday morning around 5, police say someone drove a vehicle into the store's back garage door hard enough to make a hole big enough for at least one person to get in and steal close to 30 handguns in just a few minutes.
It's just very upsetting to me that a place that is basically like my home was desecrated like that.
The thief or thieves not only stole more than 24 guns, but did damage to the way Joey Dennis says his family runs the business.
Like if you are too sketchy for me, then maybe I won't sell that gun to you, and I have every right to do that.
Do you worry that that work you've done has been compromised by these individuals?
It's definitely something that's, gonna bother me when I go home tonight.
But Joey says the crime was caught on camera. Police don't want to make it public just yet. And after several hours with local and federal investigators, he's confident it will be hard to sell the stolen guns.
You're stuck with these guns and everybody knows where they were from. Everybody knows they're stolen. The whole world, the entire country's database, they're going to get flagged as stolen.
For Today in St. Louis, I'm Casey Nolan, 5 on Your Side.
A scary ride on a metro bus overnight in Ferguson. Gunshots puncturing a bus on Airport Road. Fortunately, no passengers were on board, but the driver had to go to the hospital. No word yet on how he's doing this morning. Ferguson police have not released any information about that shooter. A father whose daughter was shot and killed by her husband says he's forgiving him. Investigators say Les Adams shot and killed his wife, Kimberly, before turning the gun on himself last Thursday. Her father, Claude, says the couple separated about a month ago, but other than that, didn't know much about the state of their relationship. Despite the circumstances, he wants everyone to remember there were 2 victims in the shooting, not just one.
I never had a problem with Les. Well, we liked Les always, and I guess he just snapped or whatever happened. I don't know.
There are 2 GoFundMe accounts set up for Kimberly's 2 young boys and an adult daughter who she leaves behind. Les leaves behind 2 teenage boys. You can find links to those GoFundMe accounts on our website, ksdk.com. Picking up trash along the side of the road. One family does it together. They say that it's therapeutic, but the reason for the task is a broken heart. They do it for the teenager that they lost 4 years ago. Our Brittany Werner explains despite their despair, they want to pass on love.
Cleaning up the city streets, it's a difficult task, even for those who sign up for it.
4 times a year we're supposed to come out here and do it, but sometimes we come a little more. Just take one of each.
And although it's an unpleasant task for most, for Sabrina Elam and her family, it's therapeutic because it's how they remember her son.
People say that it gets easier, but I don't think so. To me, each year it seems like it gets a little harder.
It's because 4 years ago, Jared Elam was killed 2 days before his 18th birthday, and the person responsible still hasn't been found.
Instead of us celebrating his birthday, I was getting ready, try to plan his funeral, and it's always hard.
Jared's sister says he was known for his hard work and eagerness to help others.
He always was that person who willing to lend a helping hand, helping anyone he can, whether it was cleaning up, hauling things, babysitting, just talking to you, like he was always there.
That's why his family adopted a portion of I-70 at Shreve to give back to the community where he was raised.
It's just an honor. It's just nice if I'm riding down the highway and just to see his name up here and just to be able to say hi, Jared.
And although he's gone,
we love you, Jared!
His family says this is one way they'll continue to help his legacy live on.
It's just been a constant cry for us for 4 years and still no justice, but we will never stop until that day comes for us.
We love coming out here and doing it. It makes us feel better. Just because we're doing something that's in honor of him.
Reporting in St. Louis, Brittany Werner, 5 on your side.
St. Louis Regional Crime Stopper said there's up to $10,000 in rewards for anyone with information in this case, and you can remain anonymous. All you have to do is call Crime Stoppers at the number that you see at the bottom of your screen. Still ahead on Today in St. Louis, we hope you're prepared for a wet few days ahead. We have the very latest on Tropical Storm Gordon and how it will impact us here. And your favorite social media sites are under fire today. The conversations Facebook and Twitter execs are addressing on Capitol Hill. And Colin Kaepernick's Nike ad continues to blow up your news feeds. So this morning we're looking into those Nike hate-filled photos and verifying if they're legit or just starting some bad blood.